Right then, I'm back. Gareth's busy welding away. Today we're going to be prepping the gearbox, putting the flywheel in, putting the clutch in, as well as the pressure plate. So, yeah, we're making some serious progress now. Gareth's got much better at welding, and he thinks he's Jack Frost, blowing the hot welds to try and cool them down. So yeah, let's crack on. Alright then, so we've got the gearbox on the bench. As you can tell, I've organised things just a little bit, and it's looking pretty darn good in here now. With the gearbox prepped, let's go back a week prior to when we put in the front subframe. Yes guys, I'm glad to admit, after 3 years, we're finally putting something back on the car. Something shiny as well. But before I forget, as I mentioned in the last video, the sump is still out of stock according to ICP, so I've gone ahead and grinded down the surface rust with a drill attachment, and then I've gone ahead and put on some rust remover in hopes that, well, it'll at least prolong the life just a little bit. How far are we off? Let's try and get the bottles lined up.
Well, the engine's got to go back by at least, I'd say, 10 centimetres.
If we get a block of wood.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that wood that's supporting the roof, we'll take that down.
What? Yeah, let's not.
It'll be alright.
Jake, we've got wood.
Oh, I'm taking it down.
Jake, just...
Right then guys, we've set up the engine hoist. So we're going to try and tilt the engine somehow. It's probably go terribly wrong, like everything we try and do. It's not the fastest hoist in the world. We've got the engine supported entirely by the engine hoist now. So, well, we're going to try and get the front subframe in. So with the engine now supported with the hoist, we noticed that the engine still wasn't lining up. So we pulled it forward a little bit and then noticed that the lower radiator hose was actually holding the engine in place, believe it or not.
What? The engine moved when I did the pipe. The whole pipe is holding the engine, pulling the engine forward.
Fucking hell!
Jake, we need another container.
Right, so the whole engine moved. You probably saw Gareth absolutely shit himself. I can't believe that. You got it absolutely all over the place. I've got to lay on the floor in a minute. Look at that. It's moved loads.
There's going to be people who do this, who like take engines out for a living. They're going to look at us and think, somebody needs to put them away. Somebody needs to take them away from cars. And they shouldn't be near cars.
Well, you've got to learn somewhere, haven't you? Even if you die in the process.
Even if it results in death.
Yeah.
But not you dying. Make sure you put your mate under there instead.
Yeah, you know, it's all experience for you. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm not your son.
To keep things short and sweet, from here on out, it was essentially just us spending the next 2 hours trying to get the subframe to line up. We did eventually manage to get it bolted up. Then we had the difficult task of getting the engine mounts to line up with the holes on the subframe. Now, we ended up putting the support beam back on, as well as the hoist, and lowering the beam down and raising the hoist and doing that back and forth, essentially to get the engine to sit where we wanted to. So, yeah, that's the subframe in. As you can see, it looks phenomenal. I'm really pleased with it. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is the most progress that we've made on this car in 3 years. So, yeah, we're going to savour this moment for just a little bit. Moving on to the main seal, I managed to remove this with only a few attempts. I'll leave a link in the description for a really good how-to video, which is only 3 minutes long, on how to properly replace your main seal. Oh, got it!
You got it?
Oh yeah! Having not made a single mistake so far, I'm going to go ahead and clean inside with some trousers. That looks bang on to me. Right, so now we're going to lube up the new seal, and Gareth's really eager to get something done. You know, he's just standing around, so I said, you know what, I'll let you do the main seal.
I open this main seal. Feel quite honoured. Jake hasn't opened it yet, so.
Yeah, I think that's like £12 off eBay.
So the idea is we're going to fit, say that's the engine, we're going to fit it on like that, with the flat piece facing us and the groove piece facing into the engine. It's online, we saw a couple of things. People say use some assembly grease, but the main thing we picked up on is on the inside ring, any old oil will do. On the outside ring, some random old dude told us to spit on it, so do with that information what you will. I don't know if I might put some spit on it. I might. I've already put blood, sweat, and tears into it, so I may as well add a bit of spit into the mix. So yeah, that's okay. So I think that's a nice little section of lube around the edge, a nice bit of protection. Well, a nice bit of lubricant, should I say. Getting the new seal in is really just trial and error, to be honest. I would recommend getting the old seal and using that to your advantage, and using an extension bar from your ratchet to get it flush. But yeah, the main takeaway is that the seal has to be flush with the block. This is what I call absolute perfection since I started. I'm getting 99% of the way there.
Right, and as you can see, I've put in the main seal all by myself, thanks to Gareth. It's looking pretty flush. There is a bit of residue, oil residue, which I'm hoping is just from the oil that was put around the seal and isn't what's leaking out. But guess we'll find out once the car's on the road.
Might be a bit of spit.
Yeah, it could just be spit, you never know. Yeah, so that is that. Main seal is in. We can now put the flywheel on. As you can see, I opted for the OEM flywheel. I've had this flywheel for about 3 years, and I had every intention of dailying the car 3 years ago, whereas now, in hindsight, I wish I went for a lightened one, as I don't plan to daily the car. So, well, it is what it is. It'll still do the job, that's the main thing. I did, of course, apply thread lock to all of the bolts, just in case you're wondering. Do you want to get the thread lock?
You know, it's a joke.
What?
We struggled with that, got old gearbox for it, yeah.
we really shouldn't be working on a car. We can't even get 8 bolts in for the flywheel. Never mind the gearbox.
It took us 2 weeks to do 8 bolts on a rubber seal. Bit of rust here, Jake.
Yeah. How about you go do one? Go get the thread lock. There we go. Flywheel is in. It's looking good. The time has finally come. You got it?
Yeah.
Pressure plate coming up.
Can you pinch that bottom section? Yeah, go on, put pressure plate on. It's finding out where it exactly goes, isn't it? Oh, you're nearly in on this side.
What, like that down there?
Yeah, it's close. Oh, there we go. Is that it? Oops.
That feels right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The bolt holes aligned.
I've got bolt hole here, bolt hole here.
Okay.
Can't see the top ones.
That's all his other bits that he's got.
Eagle Eye viewers may notice I'm missing a bolt. Now, I'm only just realising this in post, and the gearbox is already on, sealed, all bolted in. So, yeah, the gearbox has got to come back out. Right then, the pressure plate's in, the bolts are torqued down to 16 Newton meters, the flywheel is torqued down to 75 Newton meters. We were going to wait till next week to put the box in, but we thought, screw it, we'll just have a crack at it now. So that's what we're going to do next. It's all quite exciting stuff, to be honest.
Okay. We're going to have to turn around, you're going to have to go that way.
To me, to you. Down there. Shall we call it Bernard?
Bernard Mark. Just, are you watching that jack as we're lifting it?
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to start rotating around to me.
Ready?
Does it look secure on the jack?
Not really.
Like, apart from tilting back and forward, does it look centre from left to right a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, just slowly pump it up.
Pump it up. Pump it up. Yeah. Wait, I need to get a different angle. Oh, God. Why don't we get a block of wood?
Yeah.
And we'll lift the back of it and we'll rest it on the wood. That gets it up a bit. Then we'll get another block of wood and we'll slowly lift it up with wood.
You sound like a kid. Yeah, but if we make a spaceship, that'll blow up your spaceship and...
You know that would work. Right then, sit rep, we're not having much luck getting this box in.
So because Jake decided he couldn't wait to put the mount on the top, that is the only thing holding us back.
Rubbish, is it? No, I'm telling you, how we do it is, you get one side of the box, I'll get the other, and we just lift it in.
Yeah, but it's getting that strength under the car.
Well, just bench press it.
Do you think you can lift that front end up then? Because I can probably lift this back end up. But this is going to
I'll have the back end, you have the front end.
This is going to get in the way.
That's not a problem, it'll move. That'll push up.
You
can't just think about removing everything just to get it in.
I'm trying to be safe.
Oh, sometimes safety is just, you know, a hindrance. Look, I think the only option is, right, unfortunately, we're going to have to lower the gearbox down and we're going to have to remove that bracket.
Oh, it moved. Oh, yeah, the nut's spinning as well. Give me a sec. Let me get a spanner on it and then you can go the rest of the way. Yeah, stop spinning it then. Not Jake.
You got it?
Not yet. Go on. Then she's off. Right, okay.
When in doubt, just get me to solve the problem.
Fair play to you. Right, I've dropped the nut below my
I'm
head.
not using an impact.
Right, okay. Take that.
Oh, an impact wouldn't be safe. Be dangerous, he says. Grab that nut, bolt.
Go with.
Now don't push it back in.
I'm not going.
Cheers, mate.
This is where you need another block of wood, mate.
Oh, full enough, I've got one here. Here you go. Jack her up.
Right.
We've got to go quite a bit more forward, I must admit.
Okay, so shall we try and move it forward then?
No, you need to jack up.
Right, okay.
One more. Stop there. You know what you can do with now?
What?
Another block of wood. You hated on my block of wood idea. Now look at you.
Using it like religiously.
Yeah, you wait till this box is in and this block of wood solved everything. Oh, you're just not thinking. Look, we're about an inch away from this thingy.
We got how much higher have we got to go?
A bit more. Oh, no wonder it's not going in. What? No wonder it's not sliding in.
Why?
There's a piece of metal that's folded in on the gearbox. I'm not sure on the correct name, but I was referring to the protective shield just underneath the gearbox for the flywheel.
Okay.
So maybe we need jacked up a bit more.
We can have a bit more jack. Don't see why not. Okay.
So it's now coming up to 12 o'clock. We've been here since 8 trying to get this darn gearbox in, and well, we're taking 5 minutes.
You alright,
mate? We took 5, and
We've taken several 5 minutes.
yeah, several 5 minutes. It's been non-stop of taking breaks and trying to think about how we'll do it, but essentially we've got a plan. It seems like a good plan. Alright then, so yeah, similar sort of issue, well, same issue that we've been having all day, to be honest. That we just can't get it to line up. Yeah, we just can't get it in, not completely flush anyway. Yeah, so the idea is we're going to remove the gearbox again. We're going to, it seems to be, these dowel pins or locating pins, whatever you want to call them, are the issues. So we're going to remove the gearbox, and we're going to clean around in the hole, clean the pins themselves. Then we're going to grease the pins in hopes that solves the problem. So, yeah, we're not having fun, if I'm honest. This is proving an absolute nightmare, isn't it, Gareth?
Absolutely. I just want to go home and spend some time with my family, but Jake's keeping me here against my will.
Well, go home if you want.
It's a long walk.
It is, isn't it? I can't remember if we did. I can't remember if it was in the video, but getting this gearbox off was an absolute nightmare. It took about 6 hours across probably about a week. So yeah, an hour a day for an entire week trying to get the gearbox off. It was an absolute nightmare, and it's proven an absolute nightmare to get on as well. Oh, we've got it. Yes. I'm stuck now. This weighs a ton. The bod off.
This spider clutch won't work.
Right, so we're going to have to pull the gearbox back out. So we've come up with this genius idea of attaching a brake disc to the jack for more surface area.
Have you tightened it?
I have, yeah. It's a brand new disc as well, can you believe it or not? Most people wouldn't use a brand new disc.
But here at Slough Garage, we go that extra mile.
Alright, so you lift the gearbox, I'll pull the jack forward. 1, 2, and 3. Right, she's enough forward.
Well, there it is.
Not gonna lie, my pin's not far off from being in now. Ready?
Oi, I've got something in my eye.
Oh god. This is what I have to deal with.
Is that gap closer?
Yeah, it's closer.
Give her a fucking wiggle then, lad.
So, right, we're not removing the gearbox.
Well, don't say anything yet. We still might have to.
Nah, nonsense. Nonsense, bud. Right, let me see with the light.
Okay, let me do my side.
Sit rep. We've managed it somehow. Somehow we've managed to get the gearbox
Everyone
seated.
said just be patient and you'll get there, and we didn't believe him, but
Yeah, one guy said on that we've been scouring the forums for advice, and one guy says, "Don't get emotional with mechanical objects. Just be patient." So yeah, that's exactly the opposite of what we did. We've been emotional all day, and the one time that we decide let's not be emotional, it goes straight in. Jokes aside, it's these locating pins or the dowel pins, whatever the correct word is for them. We just kept applying WD-40 and that seemed to have done the trick. So, lesson learned, if you're doing this, make sure you clean the hole and clean your dowel pins before you put your gearbox back in, as it'll probably save you a bit of stress.
Wow.
So now we're just putting the bolts in the gearbox, and we can essentially tick this off the job list.
Have you got my nut and washer? How is this seized?
There we go, that's my side done. As you can see, I work a lot faster than Gareth.
I've got seized bolt.
But I need a new starter motor, so we can't bolt any of this up yet, which is a bit of a pig, but it is what it is. Well, I'm going to have a break. Can't believe it, we've managed to get the gearbox on. I amaze myself sometimes at just how I just managed to come through adversity. Like I have done. It's unbelievable, to be honest. Gareth's still battling it, but me, I've came out the other side, guys.
So essentially this one is not playing ball, and although I can spin it and get it moving that way, it starts to stiffen up, which would indicate that we have quite a bit of corrosion in the threads. So really it needs to come out. We need to clean this bolt up before it goes in. So that's what I'm working on now. I've lubricated the area to try and penetrate some of the stuff that's stopping it. So guys, that is the bolt, and as you can see there is a lot of corrosion on there, and we would have more than likely snapped that. So really happy we brought that out. So we're going to bring that out, clean it, treat it, and put it back in.
Right then, we've achieved what many said was impossible, but as you can see, she's now fully flush. We've got a nice shiny powder coated holder in place, so I'm pretty pleased, to be honest. It's been an absolute ball ache, hasn't it, Gareth?
Yeah, it's been a nightmare. We were so close to quitting for today and stopping. That's the main thing. Like we were literally on the verge of saying, shall we just call it for a week and just go do something else? And you know, for the fact that we just said, you know what, let's just give it that one last push, and we ended up doing it. That one last little bit.
And we didn't end up removing the gearbox for a second time.
No, we nearly did. We really nearly did, because we was convinced that it was something wrong with the flywheel. No, the clutch and you know the flywheel bearing. But no, we did all right.
Yeah, look at that. She's all in, seated nicely. All the bolts torqued down to 25 Newton meters. Lovely. But those bloody pins, an absolute nightmare, weren't they, Gareth?
Absolutely. Like I said, I think if it was a case of we approached them, if the car had only been off the road for a week, maybe we wouldn't have struggled that much. But with the car being off the road nearly 3 years, I think that's where our problem lies.
Yeah, so with the gearbox in, we can really start getting things done now. We can connect up the brackets for the gearbox. We can essentially wire up the entire engine back, ready to, well, so that's ready. And yeah, put the front end back together. Well, we're flying at this point. Absolutely flying. And this brake start idea was just incredible. Yeah, stay tuned for the next video. I have no idea what we'll be doing, but yeah, I don't know what we'll be doing in the next video.
Next on Sloth, we run out of money and go to drug dealing.
Yeah, we're going to start a drug dealing channel. You probably can't say that. Cut that.
How to snip your buds.
Yeah, we're on about your plants in your garden. Yeah, so in the next video we'll probably be putting the brackets on for the gearbox or something like that. Or maybe, in fact, we might, provided Gareth hurries up with the welding, we might do some undersealing, which that'll be fun.
Vegan Amigo, what the hell's that?
What are you on about?
Some yellow pills, is that fish oil?
Yeah, that's fish oil, yeah.
Delicious, yum yum.
Yeah, so stay tuned, as always, if you made it this far, thanks very much. And bye-bye. buttery smooth.
So the original, well, as you can see, the main seal does look a bit kinked. So we do think it's starting to leak. So while considering it's taken us 3 days or 4 days to get the gearbox off, we're going to replace the main seal just because I don't want to take the gearbox off again.